Hello my friends, and welcome to MB Shoedoc, where we take the ordinary and make it extraordinary. We will be covering the art of patina and shine, and learn to breathe new life into old shoes. So grab your dyes and polishes, and get ready to get your hands dirty, and let's dive right into today's project. Alright. Another day, another fun patina project. So this is a brand new pair, Sutor Mantellassi. So this is a Italian brand. I've heard of these, but not really had any experience with them. So this client got these on a super discount. They were actually even a bolder red than this. He has stripped them some. He said it had kind of a plasticky, almost like coating on them, that he stripped some, but we're going to turn this into a patina project. We're going to need to strip these even more. So, you know what time it is. Time to break out the sexy gloves. It's stripping time. All right, we got our acetone here and some cotton balls. We're going to see how much these were already stripped and how much color can we still remove from them. So see, quite a bit of color still able to come off on these. Now, I'm not really sure yet. We're still discussing. I don't know what exactly the plan is with this project. And honestly, it depends on how much I can strip them. So if they remain too red like this, I feel like almost the only thing you could do with them is kind of an oxblood, black cherry, something like this, a burgundy type patina. But you know, if I can get them pale enough, you know, you could cover it up with and kind of transition them into brown. And I still feel like there'd be some red undertones in it, so maybe it would be more of a mahogany, but it's all dependent on how much color you can remove from the shoe. So we're going to try to strip these down, get them as light as possible, and then yeah, we'll have some fun with them. Alright, so you can see even though I've stripped these, there's still quite a lot of pink in the tone. So we're going to try to calm that down. So I've mixed together some Saphir Havana, and I've diluted it a little bit because I don't want to darken these up too much, at least not yet. So right now I'm really just trying to change up this base tone a little. See if we can get some of the red out, get it more to an orangey brown base color. It'll give me something a little better to work with. So again, this is just pretty diluted Havana. Alright, so we'll do a few coats like that and kind of see what it's looking like afterward. Just to show you the difference after a few coats here. Still quite a bit of red, but not nearly as pinky as it was before. Really at this point, probably what I'll do a couple coats like this. So we'll get the other one to match and then see if we've got a better starting point. So I'm using Fiebing's Pro Dye here in Walnut, and we'll see what this looks like. Walnut's a nice kind of a mid-brown without much red. Is more of a yellowish base coloration to the mid-brown. And this is the Pro Dye Walnut. I will say that the regular Fiebing's actual mid-brown does tend to have quite a bit of red in the tone. Walnut has much more of a yellow base, and I think this will work better for this shoe. I think there's plenty enough red in there already to shine through. Finally, I feel like I've gotten it to a base coloration that is usable. So now I'm going to try to use this Havana. This is Saphir Havana, which is kind of a mid-brown color. And we're going to look to add some accents here. see how well this does, how it shows up. While the brush is a little bit more wet, I'm going to start on the areas that I want to be the darkest. So I'm going along the stitching and the toe here. And then I'll accent along this stitch line as well. I'm wanting to do, eventually to do more of a streaked like patina here. So I'm going to start at these darker areas and kind of streak across here. So we'll do a few rounds like this and see how this works out. This will give me the effect that I want. I think this is working out fairly well now. When I first did the first couple layers with that kind of streaking, it comes out a little bit too bold. But if you go back over it and just kind of dab at it a little bit, it softens the streaks a little bit. So I still want that kind of linear shape to the patina, but just needed to soften it up a little bit. So I can see some striations, but not quite so just obvious lines to it. So I think this is looking quite a bit nicer now. And yeah, I think we're going to end up with a good result here. All right, so I've got the dye work done on these. Pretty happy with the way it's looking here now. Took a lot of work, had to strip it. I added dye, I re-stripped it again, really just trying to get the red out. Now it still has kind of a mahogany tones. There's still some red undertones in here, but certainly not the red and the pink colors that it was before. So I think a very wearable tone here. So pretty happy with this. I'm going to shine these up. I'm using Pure Polish High Shine Wax. This is a fairly dry wax, so not a lot of solvents in it. So this is great for building that base coat. What I like about Pure Polish is that they are all natural. And so, very, very safe, eco-friendly, and it has a nice citrus smell to it. So something that you don't have to worry about using just with your hands. So I never have to use gloves or anything like that with it. Add a little bit of wax to the toe, to the heel. And I'll do a few layers like this, kind of building up this base layer, and then we'll introduce a cloth to really bring out the mirror shine. Just getting a single drop of water here, and then start buffing. Just using a cut up t-shirt for the cloth. See the shine building up pretty quickly there if you spend some time building that base layer ahead. Alright, we're down to the last step here, using this Carmina wax as a finishing wax. It's got a little bit higher solvent content, and so it kind of melts the top layer and really smooths things out. So this is what I feel brings out that mirror shine the best at the end here. So here's our end result, all shined up, ready to rock. So you can still see, even though it's a brown tone, there's certainly some red undertones. It's a little bit of a fiery patina. And then of course the bold blue sole, which I shined up and kind of darkened up the edges of it just a little bit too. Overall, really pretty happy with the way this patina turned out. It was a really tough color to start with, but I think it turned out really much more wearable and quite beautiful. So hopefully you enjoyed seeing this process. Like, subscribe, and share. See you on the next one.